Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting edition of Top Hat Chat, hosted by myself, the Top Hat Gaming Man, and Mr. Street right here. This is a fantastic little YouTube channel which you can now become a benefactor of over on Patreon.
Yeah.
Because we've just launched a Patreon page for this very channel. Anyway, Luke, today what shall we be talking about?
Well, as you may see from the little display that I've made next to us, we are talking about Amiibos.
Ah, Amiibos.
And I know that you have some, because these are all yours.
I do have some.
You did have many more.
I did, but I sold most of mine.
You sold... Yeah. Why? Why on earth did you sell game-related collectibles?
I didn't like the direction in which they was being taken in.
Okay.
They pretty much was not being treated like toys and were pretty much being used as commodities instead. And I am principally against gaming merchandise or games themselves being used as commodities. I think you should be using them for the purpose in which they were made for, rather than holding them to ransom to try and make as much money as possible.
And is that kind of why you've kept a small handful? For example, we have a really nice Star Fox figure here.
These are all ones I basically got at discount prices for around £5 each, because if I remember, Game were selling these when they came out at £13 a pop.
Something like that,
And
yeah.
most of these I've bought for their functionality. Like I believe I got this Star Fox and Falco to use on the Star Fox Zero game on the Wii U. So basically you could put these down on the Wii U gamepad, and then you could fly in the original R-Wing from the game Star Wing on the Super Nintendo.
See, that's really cool.
And they're only like £5 each.
Yeah,
so.
I can understand that. I mean, that's really good functionality. They're really cool. There's a Link figure there. And again, they're really well made, like surprisingly well made. They're a little bit on the light side.
They're well made, but they're not worth the price,
No.
I don't think.
They're well painted, they look nice. Link's maybe a bit pale there. But, I mean, it's a really nice figure. I would like to have these up in my house. I can see them looking nice. But
They're not millions of them, and that's my other issue with them. They originally launched them alongside one of the Smash Brothers games on the Wii U and the 3DS, if not slightly after. But I assumed that they was just going to make a figure to represent every character in the game.
that makes sense.
So you then have about 50 Amiibos, and then I assumed you could use these 50 Amiibos across various Nintendo releases. I thought 50 figures, that's a lot. If you're going to buy all of them, you're looking to pay about £500 minimum.
Yeah.
So that's a big investment if you want all the Amiibos. But then next thing I know, they release Mario Party a few months later, and then it has another 6 Amiibos with it. And then they're releasing sets of Amiibos to go alongside every game. And for scalping, combined with the fact that they're going to be continuously releasing all of these, I don't want my house just completely filled up with Amiibos. That's going to be bloody annoying. Like, I'd end up having it look like a sex offender's bedroom or something like that if it's just got toys all over every wall.
Yeah, and the thing is, they've sold them to be a collectible as well.
Yes,
and that's like very obvious, because behind us here is this lovely little box, and it's like a display box. This is a Hori one, but again, it's got Nintendo.
Oh yeah, it's Hori.
But it's got Nintendo licensed product on it.
Yeah, it did come from Nintendo.
Yeah, so it is a licensed product, and they're sold to be on display.
And that's what's irritating, because I thought, oh, that's fine for 50. 50's a lot, in my opinion. That is a lot. So that's enough for a collection. They should, if they keep making them forever, that's just annoying at that point.
I mean, you can understand certain characters being remade. For example, the Mario one. I mean, the one on the front of the box here, you've got Mario there, and then there's other ones as well. And there's an 8-bit one, and to have certain different iterations of Mario, I can see why there would be more than that.
What, more than 50? I think 50's a lot.
50's a lot, but I can understand in certain cases why there would be more. Like maybe there's I think there's an 8-bit Link as well.
No,
maybe.
for me, there's loads, but I thought they would make one for every character. Then I thought it would be justifiable to make new ones of characters what aren't in Smash.
Yes.
That would have been justifiable to me. But making like a million variations of Mario and a million variations of Link, no, that's just annoying.
Yeah, no, I can understand where you're coming from for this. I mean, again, but they are very nice figures, but for £10 each?
They pretty much, they turned into the next version of Beanie Babies.
Yeah, essentially.
Millions of them, which people was using as commodities, not because they actually wanted them.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting.
You can use these almost like currency.
Yeah, they was like used like currency, and that's another reason why I sold mine pretty quickly, because I thought people aren't going to be this moronic for very long, so I might as well sell all of mine now and make a bit of profit on it. Was that me scalping?
It was.
I was scalping in a way, wasn't I?
But you didn't oversell. It was for the flat rate, I assume. Like
pretty much
for
yes.
what they were going
yeah.
for. Like
I just wanted rid of them because, like I said, if they're making them forever, it's not something I wanted.
They lost your interest.
Like I said, I've got enough things around my house to start collecting something completely different on top of all the stuff I'm already collecting.
Yeah.
It would look like a hoarder house if I had loads of Amiibos as well.
Yeah, and you're a few years off of being a hoarder yet.
Yes, I'm not crazy cat lady level quite yet.
No, I reckon maybe 20 years.
Yes.
20 years maybe.
You reckon hoarders hit their prime in their 50s, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I think you said that before.
I think I have. But yeah, it's...
So yeah, apart from these...
Yeah, you also have these wonderful things here.
Yes, I love these.
So we'll talk about
really
good
like
things
these.
about Amiibos for a second.
Sorry, this phone keeps vibrating.
Just throw it away. We don't need that. Right, you have these. This is one for Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U, and it's going to be hard to see on camera. I won't get it right up close, but there's a lovely Amiibo inside there in a big box variation of a Wii game or Wii U game.
Yeah, I've got to say I freaking love these Wii U big boxes. Like,
yeah.
I've no idea why they don't do this with the Switch, but they're wonderful.
Yeah.
But I believe these games are only probably about £10 more than the original version, and you get the Amiibo with it as well, and this amazing big display box.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
Really, really nice. Again, the figures that come with them, again, I've said they're quality figures. Like, they look really, really nice. So I've got nothing against these at all. Only slightly more than the actual game itself.
There is one problem I will say though. I reckon from like, I've got loads of really old Star Wars figures from my childhood all still boxed.
Yeah.
Give it 20 years and this won't look like this anymore. It'll be yellow instead. It'll have a horrible yellow tinge. Yeah. So I do prefer the Wii U big boxes that existed before Amiibos when it was just a big flat box.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like the display of it. Like, it is nice. And it's considerably better than a lot of the like big box collectibles and the collector's editions that you get on like the PS4 and the Xbox One, which literally you get a bit of extra downloadable content and like a little something like postcards. I think came with a Black Ops one once, or like really awful baseball cards. Like they're crap, awful.
Yeah, so I think they're good.
Yeah, definitely. So we've
big
got
box editions.
Yeah, so a nice Link, nice Zelda one to show off down there. We've got a couple of others as well. This one I'm going to breeze past very quickly. It's a Splatoon.
Something
one.
I will say as well, I've spent quite a lot of time in America over my lifetime, and Wii U was big
Yeah.
at the time. The European big boxes are actually completely different to the American ones.
Really?
You know, yeah. The American ones, the boxes are slightly smaller, and the Amiibo is in the middle rather than to the side.
Oh wow!
So the PAL versions are completely different to the American
So
ones.
any Americans watching this now?
They're
This is what ours look
completely
like.
different, yes.
So again, breeze through the Splatoon one. There's a Smash Brothers one here with a Mario holding a fireball. And again, you said about variations and not liking variations. Other than the fact that the Mario here isn't in a white suit. I quite like this variation. It's quite a nice variation.
There's, by the way, there's one I've not got which I really want.
What?
There's a Toad's Treasure Tracker one, and the reason why I've not got it is because it was an Argos exclusive. Apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Argos, I didn't think they did exclusive anything anymore.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, apparently they still do.
That's amazing. But yeah, again, this is a really nice one. Again, figure looks awesome in there.
They're a bit dusty on top now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Very dusty.
You need to have a word with your cleaner.
I do.
Slash wife.
Doesn't go high enough up.
It's because your cleaner's very pregnant at the moment.
That's true.
Yeah.
I should never have impregnated my cleaner. That was a terrible idea.
But it is your wife as well.
Yeah.
Impregnating your wife, good idea.
Yeah.
Wife slash cleaner, probably not a great idea. We've got a Yoshi's Woolly World one here as well, which is again very, very pretty. They actually did something a little bit different with this one, didn't they?
They made it out of wool.
It's made out of wool for Yoshi's Woolly World. Which again, variation. It's nicely made as well. I'm showing you, this is yours, but I can't show the camera. Because again, it won't look nice. Because of reflections and science and stuff. But again, very, very nice there. What other ones do we have down here?
I don't think people need to see all of them.
There's one more. There's one more that I do want to show off, because again, it's another Mario variation. Which you said you don't like the variations, but it's an 8-bit one. That was with Mario Maker. And again, very, very nice. The figure's good. Again, I can understand some variations on Mario, because again, as what we've discussed on this channel before, is about different Mario games looking different and having different art styles. So I can kind of see why they would have gone back to it. and
Well, at
remade
least it's a
some.
different looking Mario, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? They are completely different. I can understand why they've gone back and remade certain things. Same with Link and stuff like that.
Yes.
Very, very different looks, so I can see why they've changed it up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the comments section what you think of Amiibos. If you have any, or any stories, regarding them. Actually, speaking of stories, just before you go, I forgot to tell you, there's Rosalina, speaking of the scalping. Apparently there was this lunatic going around who absolutely hated Rosalina, so what they did, they bought thousands of them just so they could destroy them. And that's one of the reasons why the Rosalina Amiibo was rarer and more expensive than others. I don't know if that's a story we want to talk about.
That is, to be fair, that's a story on the channel, I think. But I think we need to find out whether that is a legend.
Yeah, but I can't remember where I heard it either, so I might just be plagiarising.
So if anybody knows anything about that, then let us know, because we might do a video on it in the future.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know if Amiibos are your amigos. Cheerio!
I'd like to give a shout out to our first ever patron, Michael Keneally. Thank you so much for your support. And if anyone else watching would like to contribute through our Patreon, we have a link in our description.